I'm Kati Hendricks, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit more about the master class, the upcoming master class that we have. That's going to be featured very, very soon, and I wanted to introduce one of my special guests that are going to be on in the master class with me.
Yay!
Audra McLaughlin.
Yes.
Some of you might recognize her from The Voice Season 6. She was on Team Blake.
Team Blake.
Team Blake. I remember I saw you performing out one night. We all came to see you.
Yes, yes.
And you were talking about the guitar Blake gave you.
Yeah, Blake gave me, so normally I think for his like finalists or something, he gives them the Attack Me guitar, because I think he's sponsored or something by Attack Me, but either way, it was
best guitar
listen,
on the
it was
planet,
from, it was from Blake Shelton, so I don't care if it was what it was.
Yeah. Girl, I hear ya.
I mean, hey, a gift from Blake that's great. No complaints.
Okay, well, so let's talk about how we met. Let's talk about
Absolutely.
how you and I got to know each other. So we met in October, and when I met you, I remember you had some concerns. There were things going on with your voice that you were very concerned about. So let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, when we first met, I actually had no idea that you were a vocal coach, and I knew you were a songwriter. And when you kind of started to talk about how you worked with vocalists who have had previous injuries from vocal surgery, and I had mentioned to you that I had surgery it's been about a year now since I've had surgery, and living in Nashville, it's tough to find somebody, especially that works with vocalists like myself who've had such like trauma. And when I first started working with you, I mean, you totally helped me get my confidence back as far as singing, because I had a cyst that was taken off of my vocal cords, and for about a year I was out of commission. I could not sing for probably like 8 months. And then once I was kind of cleared to be able to sing from my doctor, I was like, I don't think I can go back on stage. I was like almost petrified that I was going to have the same thing happen to me again. So it was like, it actually took me 2 months or so to like get out of that funk. And and obviously you helped me extremely, because I had my first show back after surgery, and we were inviting all these awesome people to come out, and I was like, I don't think I can do it. I can't do it. And you're like, calm down, I'll help you prepare for it. We'll put a set list together, and we'll work out each song and make sure you can hit the notes. And I think that was my biggest thing. It was just like, I don't want to hit a bad note. I don't want something to happen on stage that I'm just like, oh no, here we go again.
Right,
Right. So that was my biggest fear, and I definitely still have that fear, but I feel like by us working together and with your techniques, it's helped me tremendously throughout the last several months of working together. So I'm super happy that I met you.
Oh, awesome. Well, I am too.
She's the best.
I love this girl. She's a sweetie pie. Let's talk about the voice a little bit, because there's a lot of people out there that are probably going to be auditioning for The Voice, American Idol, all of these great shows that they have out right now. And I know I've worked with a lot of the people who've auditioned, and gone on to have great careers.
Absolutely.
So what was it like being on The Voice? Was that stressful? Did you ever worry about your voice and if it was going to be healthy, and were you going to be able to sustain yourself with all the rehearsals?
At the time, I hadn't have been through vocal surgery, but it was definitely a very stressful process, because a lot of times we were in interviews all day, and then we would have choreography, and then we would have these long rehearsals. And then on top of that, we would come home after, I don't know, a 12-hour day or whatever it was, and I'd go back to my hotel room and sit up and rehearse, because I was like, we had that week, especially when we got to the live shows, it definitely got a lot more strenuous and stressful, and I think it put a lot of strain on my voice. And there was definitely some weeks where I was like afraid that I wasn't going to get the notes out or even be able to perform on the live show.
Now, were you by yourself in that boat, or were there a lot of other people that were freaking out, going, "Oh my gosh, my voice"?
Yeah, we were actually sequestered in hotel rooms, and where in hotel rooms you can't open windows, and there's not really like much ventilation, and that as a vocalist, you have to kind of have that fresh air and that proper kind of ventilation and stuff. So a lot of us, because we were roommates, if one roommate got sick, then you know the other one was going to get sick.
Right.
So I think that was my biggest fear too, is like getting sick and then like losing my voice, and there was a lot of contestants that got sick but still had to perform on the live show. Thankfully, I was blessed and didn't go through a time period when I had to sing when I was sick. But yeah, there was many times where I think it was when I had to perform A Broken Wing by Martina McBride, which, Martina, man, she is like,
Yeah, she gets up there.
She does.
She's a powerhouse.
Yeah, and when I, picked that song with Blake, I was like, it's like, I love this song, and I had...
Blake said, you can do that, Audra.
Yeah, exactly.
That's going to be awesome.
And I'm like, in the back of my head, I'm like, Martina McBride, I'm like, please, no. And at first, I was able to kind of get there, and then I think I just started kind of panicking and over-rehearsing and kind of just getting in my own head, and I wasn't hitting the certain notes. So we did have a vocal coach on the set, but, we only got to work with them, like, it was like maybe once a week or something.
Oh, wow.
So it was kind of at that point, we were sort of on our own.
Yeah.
And it was like, it was just me and, me, myself, and I.
Well, the interesting thing that you're talking about when you talk about people who get allergies or people that get colds and sore throats and stuff like that. One part of my technique, as is being able. It's like a lower larynx exercise.
Yes, I love. That's my favorite one.
Yeah. Well, that's the one that even if you are sick, you can still get that voice out, and it sounds completely natural.
Yeah.
That's like a lifesaver.
Yeah. It is actually, because I've texted you several times when I've had. Nashville is like prone for allergies.
So I've heard.
It's it's like every other, because the weather's constantly changing here, so you just never know.
Yeah.
But I've texted you so many times like, I can't get through this, or I have to sing, because of my allergies, and that technique has got me through quite a bit of performances, definitely.
So that's going to be one of the things that we're going to be working on in the master class to show people how to achieve that, because I honestly I would agree with you. I think that's like one of the best exercises of all.
Absolutely.
So anyway, we look forward to doing this master class and having you there. We're going to challenge you a little bit with some stuff.
I'm super excited.
So that you can use your technique and show everybody how it works.
Heck yeah.
So anyway, all right, Audra McLaughlin, look for her in the master class.